my name's Will Erickson from Momentum Academy. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 development concepts that you as a Bubble developer need to know about. So, first thing is small details matter, right? So if I'm building an app, I have a lot of small decisions to make, and those decisions can be good or they can be bad. And if they're bad, they quickly stack up and they can take a lot of time to fix or to shift in the future. So when we're making an app, we need to be aware of a lot of principles, and we need to be thinking about why this option versus that option versus this option, and come up with the best one that will suit our particular use case. So the 5 things that you need to think about are these: scalability. How will my app scale? What are the things I can do to influence scalability? So it might be the way that you write data to the database. It might be that you read data back from the database. It might be the way you render the page elements, the way that you store things in a single page app versus multiple pages. There's a lot of things to think about to make your app scalable, to make it fast, to be able to serve a lot of users concurrently, and to come across as professional. The next concept is security. So we all assume that apps should be secure, but actually achieving security is really important, and it's also a little bit difficult to do consistently. So building a secure app does take training. It takes time to understand all of the principles, and there are a number of different layers that you need to configure in your app, as well as principles to understand. Like, it could just be things like password resetting and rotation, having a strong password, using two-factor auth and things of that sort. But being able to understand security and embed that in every small decision is really critical. The third thing is reliability. So if you've ever built an app, you will learn about bugs. Bugs are things that pop up that can be real issues to fix and can actually be quite unpredictable. If you're having unpredictable bugs in your app that you can't fix, then you'll have a reliability issue. And we've seen this in a number of projects, and there are things you can do, small decisions you can make to make your app more reliable. I'll give you an example. One thing might just be structuring your logic. So if you have an if statement, if this then this, if not then that, if this then this, if not then that, and you might have nesting, you can write that in a number of different ways. But the way that you should do it is so it's not too complicated, so you can understand it, and so the logic is explicit. It won't actually break when a new condition evolves, but it will always perform in the same way consistently. And if you don't structure your logic like that, you will have serious reliability problems that will be a headache to unwind later on. Maintainability. This one ties in a bit to what I was just saying, but if you don't organize your app properly, you're going to create a maintenance nightmare. I've spoken to so many people who have built a Bubble app, and then they've just realized, I can't take this forward, or someone's built it for them, and then they've realized that a developer can't actually build upon it. It will need to be rebuilt. So it has a maintainability problem. So we will need to build apps in a way that's maintainable by us and by people in the future. Part of that is documenting requirements and documenting your technical solutions. Maintainability is a really important concept. The last one is testability. So I like this one because often what makes sense to develop doesn't always make it easy to test. And so I like to think about ways we can scaffold our app and we can see the output of different logic in a really easy way, so we can increase the speed of testing by 2, 3, 5, 10 times. And if you can prove that your app works to your client, to your internal stakeholder, whoever it might be, even to yourself, you're going to have a lot more confidence to move forward quickly. So we create ways of seeing the app working and making sure that it is actually testable. It's not just this black box that spits out data unpredictably. So thanks so much for listening. These are 5 concepts that it's really important that all Bubble developers understand. Now, we have a program, Momentum Academy, and we cover these principles. We talk about practical ways that you can implement these in your apps. And even if you're a founder or you're employing developers, having an understanding of how they're building your tech is really important, so you can ensure that it is being done in the best way possible. So thanks so much for listening. Check out momentumacademy.tech. I hope to see you there.